So, welcome back to Penguin Mondays. Yes, of course, the day where we review the brand new episode of The Penguin. Of course, last night we had episode 4. We had episode 4 of The Penguin. Sorry, I forgot how many episodes there were out so far. So, of course, we have to do a little bit of a review. This brand new episode is an entire episode based on the backstory of Sophia Falcone. If you haven't been watching the show, Sophia Falcone has been one of the central characters. And the one thing that we know about her is that she had been released from Arkham after spending over a decade in Arkham for the crime of murdering people. She had the nickname the Hangman, and everybody kind of looks at her and treats her like she is this kind of sick serial killer. But we didn't actually know the backstory, and in this episode, we get it. There is literally barely any Oswald Cobblepot in this episode. It's mainly just Sophia Falcone. Which, if you've been watching all my videos so far, you know that Sophia Falcone's been my favorite part of this season so far. I think her character is super, super strong, super full of depth, and just has been amazing. And I think Kristen Milioti, who plays the character, has just been excellent, has kind of stolen the season so far. And in this episode, we finally get an explanation as to why she is the way that she is and the things that she's done. Of course, spoilers ahead going forward. I want to talk about some of the stuff that happened. So we get to see her backstory and her interacting with her father and her brother 10 years before the start of this show. We get Mark Strong playing Carmine Falcone instead of John Turturro. Worst part of this episode, not that Mark Strong is bad. Mark Strong is an incredible actor. It's just that John Turturro brought such a weird sort of vibe to Carmine Falcone, this weird sort of, he doesn't take himself too seriously. He came off kind of charismatic and charming and light and kind of joyful, but he had that side to him where it's like, no, he is still a sick fuck that's in control of every single situation. But we get to see his performance here instead, and how he interacts with his daughter who is sort of in line to take over the family until it becomes clear that she may or may not be talking to the media. And because of that, Carmine Falcone Logan Roy's her ass. He frames her for murders that he may or may not have definitely committed. He frames her for the murders and sends her into Arkham to be locked away forever, essentially. It is it's probably the biggest twist of the season so far to find out that Sophia Falcone was just kind of a normal, sort of decent human being that was created into a villain because of her father. It was a great twist, and seeing Sophia Falcone's journey through Arkham and slowly kind of breaking down into this weird sort of person that she's now become was so brilliant. It's such an interesting pathway to take with this character and this world. It has brought so much more depth to this character that already had that depth. And wow, this season of television is just getting better and better. We get to see Sophia in the modern day as she slowly and kind of fully takes over the Falcone family. She has become sort of the evil thing that her father locked her away from being, but she is still this powerful, vengeful person, and maybe still a little bit of what she used to be. Something I also liked about this episode is how they really fleshed out how Sophia felt about her brother. A lot of people in the early part of the season are like, how did she love her brother so much? He was so clearly a prick and just an annoying little asshole. Well, we see in this episode that her brother is the only person that tried getting her out of prison. He's the only one that stuck up for her after all the stuff that her father did to her, so of course she's gonna love him. Of course she's gonna fight for him, which makes it so much deeper, the fact that Oswald Cobblepot is the one that killed her brother. And when she finds that out, there's going to be a war in Gotham, and this brewing war between Oz and Sophia, and of course the Maronis who are still at play. Wow, oh wow, this season is building up to be something extremely special. The storyline that they are doing here, I absolutely love, and this show is blowing me away so far. This has been an incredible season of television, and this episode is maybe the cream of the crop. Just so good, and wow, this Matt Reeves universe, they understand how to build characters, and that is the hardest thing to do in the comic book world, is to build these unique characters that feel earned, that have these story arcs that feel necessary, and god dang it, have they done it. So I absolutely love this one. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, all that stuff. I'll be back next Monday for another Penguin Monday. I'll see you in the next one.